One of the things I love to do is to go sailing. I live in Charleston, South Carolina, and have a sailboat here. And last Memorial Day weekend, sailed down to Beaufort, South Carolina. My family and I love to go down there for that weekend, watch the parade, participate in the activities at the National Cemetery. So sailed down there and had a great time just enjoying all the festivities over the weekend. So the day after Memorial Day, sailed back to Charleston. It's about a 12 to 13-hour sail. So we got back to the marina late that night, pulled in the boat, tied it off, and was just exhausted. So I figured I'd just come back the next day and take care of all the things you need to do after a trip like that. So went home, got a great night's sleep, came back the next day late that afternoon, and it was a hot, sticky, humid southern day. Got to the boat, started cleaning up, and one of the things you need to do is empty out the holding tank on the toilet. And so I went to the toilet and realized that I had left the flap between the toilet bowl and the holding tank completely shut and sealed when I should have left a little gap for some ventilation. Now, between the holding tank being half full, the flap being totally shut and sealed, and the heat of the day, expansion had set in on that holding tank, and that pressure needed to be released pretty quickly. So I bent down, the lid to the toilet was already open. I grabbed the handle on the flap and I pulled it as quickly as I could. And as soon as I did, that toilet sneezed all over my face. And it was exactly how you would imagine it to have been. There was a bottle of cleaner on the counter that I grabbed, and I was just spraying all over my face just to help clean up. But I have forgotten that that was an empty bottle that I had filled up with vinegar. And now vinegar is a great cleaner on a boat, but it is not so good on the face. So double misery here, but at least the pressure on the holding tank had been released. So I went on to try to just clean up as best I could and stepped outside and just sat down in the cockpit of the sailboat and got some fresh air. And after a minute or two, I was just laughing at myself, just thinking, what an idiot. But it made me reflect on the idea that, sometimes regardless of our choices, right or wrong, life has a funny way of surprising us, often in very unexpected and challenging ways. And in those moments, it can be very beneficial to lighten our perspective and not take ourselves too seriously. Sometimes it's entirely fitting to just pause, take a deep breath, and share a good laugh at our own expense. Thank you.